saying all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Kakadash.
It's all praises to the word calls God, his true name in the Hebrews, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, in the name of Yahushua, in the name of the only begotten Son. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. We're the brothers of the Great Millstone, Arizona camp. Another week. Peace and mercy to the whole elect with another week of prophesying and going into things of the Spirit. And a major topic that's really come to pass faster. Give me that one where it says, she's damn why she needed. Because right now we're seeing a shift to where women are catching hell as this society goes down. That covenant with death that you women had is eroding. The benefits, I don't mean that unlimited for the cheats. The benefits of this kingdom is starting to roll away from you women. And all we're seeing is a bunch of bugging out videos. Somebody in the car using that car phone holder as a damn therapy session to get off their frustrations, only to return back and they're still in the same situation. So these women are starting to see the true value of a man, but a lot of y'all ain't right. And you think you're gonna sit here and be able to sit here and give a sob story and the nigga is gonna hop up. Not one of the times that have I ever heard one of these videos that these women sat there, because now they're saying, oh, I want a man, but they don't tell you why. And when they do say something, it's not for anything to add anything to that man's life, it's just for them to add something to their life. Which is why you women jump from dick to dick in the first place, the top carousel. Right? You got that one?
Yep. This is 1 Timothy 5 and 6. It says, but she that liveth in pleasure.
And you women have lived in excessive pleasure, so much so that you soured the relationship with a man. You cause great shame. You got these women sitting there with a KKK member and one of them Zoom parties sitting there talking about, it's the nigga woman, sitting there talking about, we want you guys to help us out with a consequential response to the so-called black man.
That shit was heartbreaking. It wasn't heartbreaking. It was more like damn, these bitches need to be cursed. Like,
yeah, it's defeating.
Yeah.
It's defeating. Now even our own women hate us so much. But y'all doing these things, not knowing that you lived in pleasure in this devil and now he's getting ready to take all those pleasures.
Right, because these women, they took it on the Edomites as basically the lovers.
Hey, it's like, wait, my bad. In that video that the brother's talking about, they basically admitted that.
Yeah.
It was like, we need the white man to set the culture. The white man is in charge of everything. We need them to make a law to make black men accountable and suffer consequences for the things that they do.
And that dude, they already have those laws.
And what the scripture says is that their lovers are going to despise them.
That's right.
Jeremiah 4:30. So when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do? Thou that clothes thyself with crimson, thou that deckest thyself with ornaments of gold. That would be likened to all the welfare benefits and things that they get from the so-called white man.
Mm-hmm.
Though thou reddest thy face with painting, in vain shalt thou make thyself fair.
All that Sephora, all your Maybelline, those MAC compact makeup kits that y'all be getting.
Yeah.
Painting your face is horse. And what happened with Jezebel when she painted her face?
Right.
And that judgment came. Because the Lord had just switched out to a Benjamin judge at that time. Jezebel thought she was going to put that shit on her face. Put up in that tire. That Benjamin brother came up there. Who the hell up there in that car? Cast that bitch down.
Right.
Yo, that's how the judgment's going to be.
And it says, thy lovers will despise thee, they will seek thy life. Because ultimately, your best friend Esau, he gonna want to kill your ass too.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're a part of the nation of people that he hates, man.
Yeah. Go ahead. Keep me on that, brother.
It says, 1 Timothy 5 and 6, it says, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. And these things give in charge that they may be these things give in charge that they may be blameless. Let me keep going on that.
that saying, we listen and we don't judge. Look what it's produced in you. The pride. Well, we're coming to the time now where the pride is about to be shattered. You got that one?
Yeah, I'll probably say it real quick, so the thing about, because the women is only allocated to flesh.
Mm-hmm.
They only feed the flesh. But the thing about feeding the flesh so much is that it's never satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is you look at these women, they start feeding the flesh early and start giving in to the flesh early. They wake up and they realize that the world is allocated toward them. Men, this and that. They have 24-hour. It's like a man going overseas. Like a man's Colombia. When a man go to Colombia, that's how America is for women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everything is catered toward them. So instead of them using their youth and their beauty to find a man and build substance with, they use it to run through men. That's how you know they ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And America promotes that, and you guys took advantage of it. But what happens is you realize that even after doing everything your little heart can desire, you still not satisfied. Because these bitches be 45, 55, 65, still complaining.
Yeah, because regardless of what you think, the Lord put a certain desire in all of us. A man wants to have a woman. A man wants to have a career. A man wants to be able to sustain himself. A woman's, her natural desire is to be with one man. Because at the end of the day, even a hoe, at the end of her career, she ended up just wanting to be with one man.
Yeah.
And then at some point, they're like, damn, I don't have a kid yet. So then when it flips, and you realize that you're at the end of your life and you don't have these things and you're gonna be alone, that's what these women are feeling right now. So you're damn while you eat it. You're already destroyed.
Yeah. Isaiah 32 and verse 9, real quick, and it reads, "Rise up, you that are at ease."
You see, you've been at ease, and the Lord has caused you to rise up. As these prices shoot up, because you women's life had to be everything about you women's life had to be subsidized. Even the welfare system was all catered to women.
Mm-hmm.
And now what did Trump do when he came in with Doge? Cut those benefits. Boom, boom, boom. So Social Security started going down. What else was it? It was what was that? Section 8 housing. That went down. So you women are literally feeling it. Now they can't. You got women complaining that they can't get snack cakes and sugary things with food stamps.
Hey, bro.
And that's hurting them.
Yeah, it is.
Because when you know how they have the thing called girl lunch, they'll have that little meme where they go on social media. This is my girl dinner. It'd be a pack of ramen noodles and some other bullshit.
Pop-Tart.
But a man's meal is a real meal.
Yeah.
So now they're literally cutting off your provision because you women are so lazy that a lot of y'all don't even cook. You don't know how to put together anything off of nothing. Because you took what Esau provided you, which was TV dinners, fucking Takis.
Who eats?
Yep. Uber Eats. What you gonna do now?
Them hoes be watching for them SNAP benefits like the stock market, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They get me trying to prepare for it. Like, but ain't no preparation for what's coming, man. Is what you guys don't understand. You know, like we were saying before the video started, 2/3 of Israel is going to be destroyed, and a lot of that 2/3 are women, man.
Right.
You motherfuckers are some of the most. When you really they do the wrong thing because it's the wrong thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you really sit there and like grasp that, you're like, wow, bro, y'all make hell. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make hell, bro. See, a man could cope.
Yeah.
A man that, see, even niggas in prison, right? After a couple years, you know, I ain't never been in prison. I don't plan on going, Lord willing. You know what I'm saying? But you notice a man do a couple years in prison and start becoming institutionalized. He able to deal with the hell. You know what I'm saying? He conditions himself for it, right? You women add on top of that. So America is hell already for men. You know what I'm saying? But now here you come with your bullshit, your shenanigans, your manipulation tactics and all that shit.
Yeah, the agents of chaos, man.
Yeah.
A woman will do something knowing damn well it makes a man mad and smile that it happened.
Right, and she justifies every wicked action that she does.
Yeah.
You know, they're accountable for nothing because they justify everything. They call it finding myself.
Yeah.
Or some shit like that.
100%.
But I got this right here, the Proverbs 30:20. Such is the way of adulterous women, cheaters, and wipes your mouth
Says she
and
does
says,
no
"I have done no wickedness." But see, that day, women are, majority of these women out here, you know, they're self-justifying in their wickedness, man. But they're not accountable for none of it.
Mm-hmm.
And when consequences hit them in the face, then they want to go run to a right man, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it right now is the right man ain't got one. The righteous men really want nothing to do with you. They want nothing to do with that headache, man.
Even the wicked men.
Yeah,
They
even
just
the
use
wicked
you for what you're for.
Mhm.
Box.
Right?
Coochie. That poom poom.
You got that white dude that's getting big on streamer right now. They make a clavicle, whatever his name is.
Clavicular.
Clavicle.
Yeah.
That nigga, right? You know, he pompous dude, but I respect the way he's so harsh to these bitches, man. Because that's what they need to see. Like, they need to feel that. Because y'all, man, I like, when you play back, y'all do some of the most hurt, y'all kill a man confidence. Man, y'all make a man go into depression. You commit a dosha on him. See, women don't understand, like, when you commit a dosha on a man, that's equivalent to you letting a nigga rob his house and take everything. You know what I'm saying?
You open the door for him.
You open the door for him and help him take it.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? That's what that feeling is equivalent to. And these women know, like, you know the appetite of a man, man. She know damn well,
Oh yeah.
yeah, he should have what I want.
Right.
But I ain't gonna give it to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the position that you guys have played. So when these judgments start issuing forth, nobody's gonna feel bad. Like the brother said, you starting to see men distance themselves from women. This is the first time this happened.
Right.
Now these bitches is complaining about, oh, men are not approaching us. I just saw a video of a woman saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dr. Harvey did a video a long time ago, a few months ago, where it says these women, they went to these ladies' night and there were no men there buying drinks.
Yeah.
It's like they like, how come no man was buying us drinks? And nobody wanna deal with you no more, man.
Well, they're having those out here, and they're charging the women, and they're not charging men.
Right.
Where the fuck does that happen?
Yeah. Because it used to be what they call ladies' night, right?
Yeah.
Where all the women come in free.
Yeah.
And, you know, because that would drew the guys in there. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's just show you that the roles are reversing, man.
Yeah.
That's why the scripture says it's gonna make a man as fine gold, man.
Yeah.
Israelite man.
And now the careers aren't working if you push, because these women put careers over family. So that became your all in all. And now your career is being dissolved by AI. Your women used to talk about getting that damn nursing degree. Now that's no longer considered a professional degree, so you can't even get the same funding for student loans to get that degree.
Oh, damn, for real.
Yeah.
I didn't peep that.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of you women are in dire straits, and it is all of your making, and it's making you see how much more valuable it was just to have a man, but y'all have put yourself in a position where you don't even know how to actually help and be around a man, and men are taking note that you bitches ain't helpful. So, let me get this. We'll keep going, man.
Isaiah 32 verse 9. Start talking again real quick. And we rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear to my speech. Many days and years shall be troubled, ye careless women.
You see, we've been in the days and years when you women have been in trouble. Can't get a date, can't get a man. Everybody just using you as box. You feel devalued. Remember, for a long time, there was all these damn reels and videos online about women talking about getting an online counselor.
Right.
Oh, I got this counselor. Why do you need a counselor? Because you fucked up in the head. So you women are in trouble, bro. Go ahead, brother.
For the bitches shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, you women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones.
You see, the ventures has failed, and now you're trembling. You don't know what you're gonna do. Gas is shooting up. You can't live by yourself no more. That plush job ain't paying like it used to. The quotas are going up, and you can't perform. And the only way to weather any type of storm in this current day and age is to have a functional partner with you. And you women don't pick functional partners. You're so destroyed that you guys can't. I remember back when I was a kid, women would warn other women about certain men, and they'd be truthful about it. Now they just warn other women about certain men because they themselves want to go get that man. They themselves want this, and the women will go and fuck with every nigga that ain't shit. to a point where you can't even find a decent partner because you yourself are destroyed. Go ahead, brother.
Coming on, to be trouble each other, strip you, make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins.
See? Make you bear, gird sackcloth upon your loins. Go ahead, brother.
They shall lament for the teeth,
Mm-hmm.
for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine.
You see? And that's what you're seeing is these women are lamenting for the teats. And it's only going to get louder, meaning the teat is the breast where you get nourishment, right? And now that nourishment is being cut off, the wick being dwindled down, that was a big day for women, right? SNAP benefits, supplemental nutritional assistance program, that's your food stamps, being dwindled down. Even the job market, the jobs that you women had, a lot of these companies, they're seeing how unreliable female employees are. They're seeing it. And y'all are starting to get hired less. And then the shitty jobs that y'all was working that you acted like you were big and bad on, you can have a chick that's working at McDonald's treat a dude that has a better job, like she has a higher social status to her. It's crazy, man. And this world has been flipped and turned upside down, like the scriptures say. I shall create a new thing in the earth, the woman shall surpass a man. These women the Lord has allowed them to get above a man, only to, at the end, for the Lord to flip the switch, where you women thought you were so high you didn't need a man, and now you're failing. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 13, it reads, upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars, yea, upon all the houses of the joyous cities.
You see? Meaning what? It's about to be destroyed. You're about to be devalued. Your ability to live is going to be greatly diminished. You can drop that.
I got that. Man, offer.
Mm-hmm.
This is Isaiah 13 and 12. What's the point? It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than a golden wedge of Ophir. What you gotta understand is that scriptures say, the flock of my pasture are men. A man is, and when you go to the scriptures, man, they can't tell you what the Lord's sister's name was. Right? You see what I'm saying? Because a man is, lineage come from a man. Order come from a man.
Right.
Rule come from a man. Leadership comes from a man. Dictation comes from a man. Right? Policing comes from a man. Guidance comes from a man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of things comes from a man, man. You know what I mean? And then when you go to Job, it says, I believe it's in Job, it says, the Lord has not departed unto her wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
So by default, she needs a man. You know what I'm saying? Because if, like it's a saying in the world, it says, if she doesn't have instruction, she's headed for destruction.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, no matter how high dollar a woman is, if you leave them alone, they eventually spin out of control.
Yeah. Even when you go into the law, the woman was passed from her father to her husband.
Right.
They weren't given an ability. The scriptures say that, give not a wicked woman liberty to gather bride. Right?
Yeah.
And now Esau has created a society where women have been given liberty to go everywhere they want, and look at what it's done for them. There's a bunch of unwed women, mole culture is up there, you got butches, you got women out here with extreme mental health issues,
Right.
women making poor decisions on going to the doctor for certain things, where a man would have told, no, don't do that shit.
Right.
You got BBLs. This is what happens when a woman is able to gather broad. BBLs come to pass.
Big lips.
But like the brother said, you know, like the brother say in the world, a woman doesn't got instruction, she's headed for destruction.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that relates to that. This is 2 Corinthians 11:3. Says, but I fear this by any means, as a serpent beguiled Eve to his subtlety. So your mind should be corrupted from the physique that's in Mashiach Yahushua. So a woman is beguiled or tricked by the craftiness of the devil.
Mm-hmm.
And it says that their minds should be corrupted. You know what I'm saying? So that's them headed for destruction without the guidance of, because in scriptures, we're supposed to be as the Most High to a woman.
Yep.
Because that's the order. It's the Heavenly Father, it's man, it's the woman.
Right.
You know, so when the woman rebels against that Godhead, then she's headed for corruption. Man.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it says right here. Even through his, so your mind should be corrupted from the corruption that simplicity is Mr. Yahushua, you can turn that to simplicity of man's rulership over woman, man. You know, so 'cause that's the natural order of things. The natural order of things is the Most High, the God-fearing man, and the woman in subjection, man. That's the way it's always. That's the way the Lord set it up. You know, the Scripture says in Genesis that your desire shall be to your husband. You know, that's the way the Lord wanted it to be. Go ahead, Paul.
Go ahead, keep going. Is there one that? Oh, you had one.
I don't want to forget the same one. Basically, like, also, all the whole woman, you know, again, bothering the wickedness, man. The whole moral, like, people morals, morality, or something like, my morale is going lower and lower. Because honestly, a lot of these men, man, me and a lot of women like shit. A lot of women like, man, I can't get a really good man.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's getting fucked at the end, basically, bro. Because you want to do what you want to do. You want to live out, explore, and live your own life. Yeah, that's at the end of the day, you really destroy everybody. Doing all the wicked and bullshit because you want to live free. So it destroys you, and your basically you as a woman, like all you being like wait good with someone good. Like honestly, a lot of men like I'm not gonna try to look for the good one, have to go through 300 million battle on this shit. Fuck you over, take your money, all of the bullshit.
Hey, and it proved that really your natural state of being is to love order. And it proved that you guys have been having your way for so long and you still are miserable. Like you just walk around and look at some of the faces on women, you be like, damn, what the fuck wrong with her? Like, you know what I'm saying? Who slapped her upside the head this morning, you know what I'm saying? But you have been your way though. But really, you guys are depressed. And how many of these women are on antidepressants, man? Like the brother mentioned, how many of them going to therapy? How many of them have counselors? You know what I'm saying? How many of them are seeking help? How many of them have substance abuse problems? A lot of them, man. Whether it's pills, whether it's hard drugs. I know something, man. And you like, damn, what the fuck? Why you allocated to doing all these type of drugs and all this and all that to find an escape? Well, yeah, you having your way.
Mm-hmm.
But you having your way is misery.
Yeah.
And it's written all over you.
And these women, they're actually programmed to be obedient. They're really programmed to be obedient. It's just that they've chosen to only be obedient to Esau and his system, and not obedient to their husbands. That's what you're seeing right now. There's a full-on rebellion against the order of the husband, and the acceptance and obedience into Esau's system. Right? And this is what has turned it sour for you women to the point where now men have caught on. They see the wickedness, and they're not taking part of it anymore. And that's when we're coming to Isaiah 4:1 days, man. Right? That's what we're coming to. Where now a man, his true value, the necessity for a man as society goes down, because I always had a phrase, if it's not true at the worst of times, it was never true at the best of times. Once the society starts going down, that whole mindset of you were good, and you had all this stuff going for yourself, starts really dwindling down. Y'all are through. And now you're going to sit here and be like, I need a man. And that's where, you got that one that you quoted earlier, the man should be a hiding place? Oh, yeah. And then get the one where it says, man should be a golden bridge over. Did you have a
Can we get it again?
Hmm?
I read it.
Yeah, you get it again.
Isaiah 13 and 12. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than a golden wedge of Ophir.
You see, even a man than a golden wedge over. It didn't say the Lord was going to make a woman more precious than fine gold, right? When you really go into it, there's always been more women on earth. You don't sit here and find more value. Grab the one where it says little dust of which gold is coming from. You don't find in the world anything that's in more quantity. You don't find more value in it. There's always been more women in the world. That's why when you go into the scriptures, a man had multiple wives. Right? I just saw something today where it says in Latvia, men, mind you, Latvia has a small ass population in the first place. It said women outnumber men by 80,000. 80,000, bro. That's a lot, and it's a small ass country. They don't have a big ass population in already in low supply. Now it's going to get even stronger.
Can I? This is second Esdras 8 and 2. It says, I will tell thee a similitude. Similar to it says Esdras. As when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mold, whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of.
You see, much more, meaning more. There's a lot of clay in the earth where you can make vessels. You make a pottery, you make a vase, all that. There's a lot of that in the earth. But little dust that gold coming from. And that's what the man is going to be considered as. And it's not going to be the average man that's going to be considered as that gold. Because when you sit here and go into the scriptures in the book of 2 Kings, the second chapter, it tells you that what a man really is according to the scriptures. Right? And it's somebody that fulfills the word of the Lord. So that's what God is going to come into. So while bros is getting disrespected now, being put down, people are treating us like we're at the lowest of the low. Well, the world is going to need that security. They're going to need somebody that, not the world, but you women are going to need that. They're going to need the security, meaning secure means understanding of the times. And that wasn't given to everybody. Right? You had a precept there. Is that fair?
I was going to that. Hey, it's not like every single man, though. It's for select men, but men are doing righteousness. It's like basically Acts 7 verse 28, and read, well, yeah, my soul seeketh, but I have not found. I have found not. That I find not. One man, among 1,000 I found. So only one man out of 1,000. Why would you do it, bro? For wicked ass shit. Did you allow that shit to happen? Say, but among a woman among all those have I not found. Say, well, show that, hey, bro, it's not really for like, oh, this you'll man you of a higher stature, but no, it's being a righteous man, being a man that's part of this truth. Like, that basically that's most of the part like, man. As oh, you remember Joe Schmo, because other people, Joe Schmo, bro, they allow what the fuck they want to do. They allow it. They say, yeah, keep doing it, they'll be holding it.
Ain't no rule. Ain't no, they don't have, to back your point, ain't no standard with these dudes, you know what I'm saying? So they get to men that have standards, and now it's like, even though they love it, because you gotta think, like, when a man is, they all say, a leader, but a leader has standards. A leader has morals, principles, things he lived by, that if you go follow him, these are things you have to live by, right? You know what I mean? But when you're given that, you've been dealing with so much flunkies in the world that you don't know how to follow the leader. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to adapt to this way of living because you've been entertaining and destroying yourself with some of these niggas in the world, basically. That's why scriptures say, let the portion of her fall. Let me ask you, guys.
So the portion of the wicked one fall upon them. Upon the evil man.
That's the low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the brother said, a righteous man, you know, that's more honored in the eyes of the Most High. Like I just right here, wherefore the Lord, our visual says, I have said indeed that the house I call you walk before me forever. But now the Lord says, be far from me. This is, I think, he's talking about where he's talking about Eli, he's going to cut off his priesthood heritage. But the point is right here, the last part. It says, for them that honor me will I honor, and they that despise me shall be lightly esteemed. See that? So a man that despises the order of the Most High is lightly esteemed. He's a little worth. You know what I'm saying? And that's in contrast to one of my favorite songs, the Psalms of First chapter, where it speaks about the blessed man, where he's going to prosper in everything he does because he meditates on the scriptures day and night. Man. You know, that's a high contrast. That's a blessing upon a man that followeth the Most High, and compared to one that doesn't, that the Lord sees him as basically a little worth or of no value, man.
Yeah, and with that being said, you can't, this is going to sound crazy as hell, but it's true.
Right.
You can't give every woman, not every woman deserves your rules. Man.
Right.
Some of these bitches is just preserved for damnation. You know what I'm saying? You might come across one of them and do your thing, and that's cool.
Right.
But not every, the Lord didn't give the law to the heathen because he don't care about you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Certain women, you got to treat like that. Like,
Yeah.
you are.
So the scriptures tell you what? Cast not thy pearls before swine.
Right. Beautiful.
Just because your parts fit don't mean she ain't swine.
Right.
That's just yours for a time, man. That's all it is. The Lord gave the prophets a hope.
True.
that don't mean she got the blessing of that prophet. Sometimes you just gotta chuck it up to that, man. Not every, like the brother's true when he says it, bro. Not every woman's worth your standard.
Right.
This is, bro, even for us to have this truth, bro. Like, man, for the Lord to even put the standard in us is fucking crazy.
Well, look at the scriptures talks about concubines, and those were just women that
Blessed
the Lord just played with, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't receive no marriage benefits or anything remotely to that, man. They were just little playthings the Lord allowed them to have, you know,
Mm-hmm.
for the relief of stress or pleasure, or because that's what they wanted, man. You know, and David had concubines, man.
Yep.
Solomon had many concubines. You know, yeah, and a concubine is just a woman that's not your wife. You know, she doesn't have those wifely privileges.
A lesser one.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
your wife, yeah, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Lesser one. Look that word up for all you people that what a concubine is. That's in the scriptures, man.
So we're not gonna come into the time of Isaiah 4:1, and it's just gonna be a hornball fest.
Right, exactly.
That's not what Isaiah 4:1 is about.
Right.
The Lord is literally putting, in the time of Isaiah 4:1, the Lord is essentially humbling these women down, because the scriptures say, in the day of thy power, thy people shall be willing. In that time, man, these women are going to be so humble that they're going to actually get on board with men that's in this truth.
Because in that verse, it's the same, proving that they're going to be humble. And what you got to think about is what's going to be going on in that time.
Right.
We ain't no time for no hornball shit.
Yeah, you got to read Isaiah 3, the last two verses first.
Let me grab it.
Well, they say that Isaiah 4:1 really belongs to the end of Isaiah, the third chapter. You know?
It's Isaiah 3 in
Last two verses.
yeah, 3 and 25. It's like this: it says, "Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war."
Mm-hmm. So that's what we come to, right? They talking about a draft. All these niggas gonna get shipped out and get suited up and put right into that casket.
It's a video of Ukrainian soldiers I just saw on the way over here. They running down nigga, men on the street and snatching.
Yeah, put this uniform on. Get your ass out there.
Yeah, and that draft applies also to what they call illegal immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they got all these immigrants rounded up in these detention centers, right? That's perfect place to send them off to that war, man.
Yeah.
You know, hey, here's a gun and a magazine. Go get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they put that uniform on you. You just gonna look at the enemy, so you gonna have to shoot back.
Because it's self-preservation at that point.
Yeah.
And now your self-preservation is being used for their benefit. It's Isaiah 3 and 1, or Isaiah 3 and 25 says, "Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war. And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground."
And that's what we're coming to. You women are starting to sit desolate. And as this society collapses and more of those benefits are being removed, the lamentation for the teats is going to increase to the point where a lot of these men, they know that they can't take you on. That's why Isaiah 4:1 comes into play. Go ahead, bro.
It's Isaiah 4 and 1, it says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, "We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach."
You see? And that's what the Lord is about to do. Isaiah 4:1 says what? That the Lord is about to do that thing and put you in a position to where you women are going to beg. Let me just be with you. You know, I ain't gotta do. You ain't gotta give me nothing. I'm gonna take care of myself. Boy, for a woman to give up her substance, this society didn't teach them that. That would mean you'd have to be selfless at that point, to where now you just want to add to the men. And those are the women that the Lord is going to give to bros in Isaiah 4:1. Not the women that are worried about themselves, because there's a lot of women that don't even have the mindset for it. It's not going to be something they switch, but women are going to see these things and they're being geared to change that thought process now. Just like bros, you got to have faith before this time comes. Well, these women are going to have to sit here and correct themselves to be prepared for that in this time too. So you women that watch and watch bros videos and all that stuff, make sure you're right. Pray that the Lord put you on with that man. and make sure you're right. Ask the Lord that He put in everything to be 100% a benefit to that man, bro.
Because that right man will beat your ass every single goddamn day and shit, bro.
Yep.
Like she's like, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
You see how it's called that? Fuck you, man. You never do that shit, bro. Not doing that with no wicked shit like that, man.
Especially in that day, man, we gotta hold back. Right now, the scriptures tell you there's words that call for strikes. You women have forgot that there are words that call for strikes. And now we know that the scriptures say, "Be not strikers." But man, y'all know how to push a motherfucking button.
Real talk. Real talk, man.
Precepts.
No. Well, I was gonna say, well, women are gonna have that humble mind state where their tongue ain't gonna be so swift, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because all the calamity and all the things that they're going through.
Yeah.
Hey, if a woman tongue is swift in that day, bitch, you deserve judgment in that moment.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All the shit that's going to be happening for a woman to be,
Right.
you know that was a wicked bitch, bro. For a woman to be brolic in that time,
Yeah.
with all that death and all that blood and all that bloodshed and martial law and all this shit happening, for her to run her mouth in that time, oh my god, you got to get rid of her fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, those will be the first ones to get judged.
You gotta sift that out, man.
Let me get this, man. This is because this is the state that a lot of men are in. This is Sirach 25 and 16. It says, "I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman." And a lot of men are keeping house with a wicked woman, bro. It says, verse 17. It says, "The wickedness of a woman changeth her face, and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, sigh bitterly." Them same ones that sigh bitterly, you know why they do that? Because they know that they ain't got no other choice but to stick it out. They can't put their hands on you, they gonna go to jail. But when those barriers are removed, man, those are gonna be the ones in the worst case, bro. Worst case.
Hey, and even in today's time, I was in the gym earlier, man, and I was thinking, and I was looking at just the rise, because you get to a certain age where that shit's starting to get old.
Right.
You're like, man, I see you bitches in here got spandex.
Yeah.
She could pull it from her stomach how deep it is in her ass. You know what I'm saying? You're like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is crazy. They probably all got men, you just never know.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, wow, like, whatever like, I was sitting there thinking, like, these women, whatever it is to do wicked, they did it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She at work fucking whoever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She probably letting the boss knock her down.
Yeah,
Like,
by messing with another woman.
another woman, you can't put it past them.
Mhm.
Because this is Babylon, bro. Like, this is the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
So you really can't put it past them, man. These women out here, you're like, damn, bro. Like, I've seen it, bro. Like, I used to work in the car dealership, right? And a woman in the car dealership, you see what she do to get up in ranks. You like, oh, I see what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And nobody ever know unless you're in a management position, you'll never know. But she got a husband at the crib. She's getting tossed around.
Yeah. Well, even in my workplace, I seen women pass around, man. She would do this week, she would do the other week. And before she know it, she got her new position. It's commonplace nowadays, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I had a girl I used to deal with, man. She told me after this, it was there in Iraq. She was like, "Yeah, I was the only girl that worked there, and there was a bunch of men. I used to get like riled up from being around a bunch of men." I'm like, "What the fuck? Like, what the heck?" So yeah, they're going there with their shirts and muscles. I used to be like, "Oh, like what the fuck?"
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. That's how they are.
She on unsavory videos, bro. Unsavory. You got pieces, bro? Oh man, well, and that's what that's really the basis of the lesson is we're quickly coming to Isaiah 4:1, right? And just as we gotta prepare, you women need to prepare. Y'all gotta prepare, bro. Swiftly, because you can't be in that time getting emotional that the Lord is putting something in a man or the Lord's hand, especially the women that are already with bros. You knew about these scriptures, but you try to force it into the back of your mind. The scriptures don't say a man can't have more than one woman, more than one wife. And the scriptures tell you, Isaiah 4:1, when that day comes, 7 women are going to take hold of that one man. And that could be 3 extra women for that man. That could be 7.
Right.
That could be 10.
14.
14. It's whatever the Lord chooses for that man for his complete portion.
Yeah. Hey, and I say this, you know, you are a woman and you see this video and you are hurt, or you have an attitude about the video, or you pause the video and want to come back to it. Well, when you get to this part, at the shoe fit, where it come from? You know what I'm saying? Where, because we was, listen, when we first got into this thing and we saw videos, we were cut too. Like, realize, oh, we got a lot of things we have. So you know, it's a double-edged sword. We're not telling you nothing wrong because we get on each other.
Yeah, we still cut. We still get cut.
We still get cut. You know what I'm saying? We get on each other. But that's what makes this thing so beautiful because iron sharpen iron. It don't feel good getting sharpened, bro. You know what I'm saying? But as a woman in that time for your life, hey, take some rebuke, man. Take some rebuke, man.
For your salvation. For your salvation. What, you gonna throw it all away? You've been in this truth this whole time with this man. You gonna throw it all away? Because another chick get added because the Lord added that woman? Bro's not even gonna end up looking for these women. The Lord is gonna bring them to you. Because really in that time, you're not gonna be worried about women. You're not, oh, I want to get this one. No. You're worried about just surviving. Why do you think they have to come and beg to be with you?
Right.
Well, we'll provide for ourselves.
Yeah.
What they said.
That's a hell of a bargain shit right now. Yeah, do shit for me. You know?
Nothing.
That's the time we're coming into.
And I say this too, bro. And the ones that got body modifications,
Right.
because you ain't gonna have that shit. You gotta upkeep that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? In that time, you ain't gonna be able to upkeep that type of shit like the lips.
Yeah, it requires maintenance.
It requires maintenance, man. So in that time, when you ain't got the maintenance or you ain't got that to go to, then it's over with.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, that shit gonna start getting infected. Dressing, breathing, smelling.
Yeah, the BBS.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, God. But we good, bro.
Yeah, that's all I got, man. You got anything else? Well, this is edifying. Don't say call law. Your house.